You're never coming home again?
Probably not. I don't know.
Year?
Hmm?
Am I going to see it all this year?
Probably.
You're not sure?
I mean, maybe, but I don't plan on it.
You don't plan coming to North Carolina at all this year?
I mean, probably not until Christmas, most likely. I mean, unless like something else happens, I need to come home.
Wow. Do you love it?
I mean, it's all right. I mean, there's stuff that's probably better about being at home.
How's the family?
Everybody's doing all right. Carter graduated today or yesterday or something.
Oh, okay. Well,
I think it was today. They probably, since they just sent it to me today. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll make sure I reach out to her. So let me start by asking you to tell me a little bit about yourself. Tell me your name. Tell me what you're doing. Tell me what your thoughts are about life, whether your philosophy of life and all of that kind of good stuff.
All right. My name is Vincent Brown. I'm a rising junior at Clemson University. And what was that? Just like my general view on life.
Yep. Whatever you want to share with me.
As of right now, I'm just trying to learn as much as possible because the one thing that I know for the most fact is that I don't know very much. So, I don't like that as a concept. So, I'm just trying to learn for a while. I got the resources to do so I'm going to do it.
Absolutely.
That's kind of where I am right now.
How are you enjoying school?
School? It's okay. I don't really like the way I'm taught for the most part, but I mean, it is what it is, but I like the information, so that's all that really matters, I guess.
Have you given thought to what you want to do once you graduate?
Not really, because I don't know enough yet.
Okay. Did you have to declare by sometime in your junior year what your major is going to be, or have you done that yet?
I declared, I think, in the middle of my freshman year.
That you were going to be?
Computer engineering.
Excellent.
I'm pretty sure that, I'm pretty sure, I'm confident you can switch, but I'm pretty sure I'm in the school of engineering after my freshman year was over or something like that.
Thank you. What is it like to go to school at Clemson? What is Clemson like? Where is it located? What's its population? What's its diversity ratios, if you know?
No, it's in Western South Carolina. I want to say 10% Black, but I'm not sure. That could just be wrong. Mm-hmm. But something like that, I think. I mean, I like it here. It's really it's a very family-oriented kind of environment. Like, once you're here, it's like everybody's welcomed in. Like, I haven't really met anybody that was like, nah, you can't do this or that, for the most part.
And you live off campus?
Yes, ma'am.
You like that?
Yeah, I like being off campus better. When I was on campus, it kind of felt like I didn't like being at school all the time.
Okay.
I didn't feel like, it kind of felt like camp more than like just regular living for an extended period of time. It felt like a long summer camp.
How old are you, Vincent?
Oh my God, I'm 19 now.
Wow.
I just turned 19.
Wow. And you'll be 20 next year.
March 28th.
Yep. And Everett will be 22 in November.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to ask you a few questions that you may or may not have any insight at all on or not. In your 19 years of life, have you ever experienced discrimination, microaggressions, racism, anything like that?
If I did, I probably didn't think it was that.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have to say no, because if someone was doing that, I probably attributed it to something else.
Okay. And when you are out and about around Clemson, do you feel safe driving at night? Have you ever had an encounter with law enforcement, or you have anything that made you question the safety of your person?
No, I feel pretty safe. Like if there's a lot, usually there's a lot of stuff going on here, even though like a lot of the surrounding areas around Clemson, like will come to Clemson to do a lot of stuff. So there's usually a lot of stuff going on. Like, so if you're doing what you're supposed to do for the most part, you should be fine.
Excellent. And so, when you do come home, do you drive or do you fly?
No, I drive. Like the only time I ever was like concerned about where I was like driving like far away from Clemson at night. Like I was, because I just didn't know where I was. But outside of that,
So you've never had any encounters with law enforcement?
I have, but nothing. It was just for other people.
Okay. So when you saw, well, let me ask it this way: have you seen the video of the police's knee on George Foreman's neck?
On George Floyd, I saw the beginning of it, but I turned it off because I don't like watching that kind of stuff.
What did you think for what little you saw?
I mean, it was obviously uncalled for, but like it seems like the protocol is just clearly incorrect. Like there's too many bystander. Like I don't understand how there's bystander police officers, but
Right.
you know.
So as you think about your future, you've got a year and a half more of school. Do you think that you will come out into a society that will be welcoming of you and encouraging and engaging with you in your growth?
I don't know. I feel like I have a good like family support system, so like a pretty kind of. I feel like almost regardless of what happens, I'll be fine, just because like I believe in my capabilities and stuff. So like I feel like there's not a lot of environment that I'm not gonna be able to at least contribute in. So I feel like I'll be able to find like a role somewhere at least.
Have you ever had a paying job in your life now? So
But not like hourly.
okay. And so I know you, like Everett, are a gamer. Can you tell me a little bit about what that means and what do gamers experience? I know it's all virtual or digital, but can you tell me what a gamer is and what does it mean?
Oh, for me, I play video games. Well, some of it because some of the stuff is real life stuff that I also like, but like basketball. But other stuff is with video games and things like this, you can get better like almost all the time for a very long time. And I kind of enjoy that process of just like steady improvement. And then once you are improved, like not necessarily dominance, but kind of like being able to use that improvement and like it being directly clear in a relatively short period of time compared to life being years and stuff.
So in essence, a gamer is a person who plays video games for fun, for money, for both. What exactly is a gamer?
I mean, I feel like to an extent everybody likes games. Like humans have been playing games forever, so like there's like the casual aspect of it, but some people take like video games more seriously and see it more like an actual like true competition to see who really is the best. And then with that comes pride, money, all that.
And where do you fit in that category?
I like to be really good, but when people get really, really competitive, they tend to focus just on winning, and then a lot of times it turns away from being fun. So I like to focus on the fun while also trying to be good, trying to find the balance. But that's just me.
You have a cat.
Yeah.
You have a cat. That is so cute.
Carter and them got an extra cat, and then I brought it down here.
Oh, very nice. Is it a he or a she?
It's a she. Little cornrows because she got stripes.
Beautiful, beautiful cat. Yeah, that's very, very nice. Okay, so now I understand the gaming part a little bit. Without much specificity, your closest relative your age got really, really sick a couple of years ago. How did that affect you?
I mean, like, obviously, I really, really, really didn't want anything bad to happen to him, like him to be seriously hurt. But like, I knew that as long as I figured he would get through it because, like, I just knew he would be all right at the end of the day. But going through it, it was kind of just like trying to keep him like focused on what he enjoys, like the stuff he always wanted to do, or like the stuff we always used to do or still do.
Does the distance between you have it separated or changed your relationship? I.e., you being in Clemson and he being in North Carolina?
Not really, because we always kind of lived like, I mean, it was always driving distance, but we never like stayed in the same place for weeks at a time. So it's not that different.
So, but you all have regular contact still and interact and do you play games with him also?
Yeah. I talk to him like every few days at least.
Excellent. And so while you haven't yet discovered what your path is to your next job or your next step after you graduate, you are thinking about that.
Yeah, I mean, some, but I do plan on staying in school for longer than undergrad.
Oh, you're going to stay there and get your master's or go somewhere else and get your master's or a
Yeah,
doctor or lawyer or law degree or something like that?
whatever I can, because like I'm starting to really get into my computer engineering. Like I'm taking 7 hours like this session this summer. Like I'm starting to like truly learn and understand it. So I feel like there's a very high chance I'm gonna like find something really like specific I want to do. So
have you been abroad with school at all? Have you gone outside of the country with your university?
no, ma'am.
I know you have gone outside of the United States personally. Can you talk a little bit about that, the places you've been and the experiences you had?
In high school, I went to Zambia with a school trip. That was really cool. I learned a lot. There was a lot of cool stuff I saw also, but I definitely learned a lot about perspective while I was out there, and like the very large contrast in their daily life versus ours, and like being able to see all that stuff really
What's the
like
contrast between their lives and our lives?
like when they get like their houses are obviously smaller than ours. Like when they get up, they walk really far to go get certain resources they need, and like it's definitely a lot more of a like uh like neighborhoods are all like a big family, and like they do a lot of the things together for resources. Like a lot of their daily schedule is still committed to resources versus ours, or a lot more. Well,
And
maybe not if you consider work, but
yeah. Have you been places beyond Zambia? Where else have you gone or what else have you done?
I went to Spain. That was kind of cool because I don't speak Spanish at all, but that wasn't really. I mean, I learned some stuff, but nothing really that crazy.
Yeah.
Um, but that's all since outside of like traveling with family.
Okay.
I
And
think
and you said your younger sister graduated today. Will she follow you to Clemson or is she going to go somewhere else?
no, she got accepted to NYU.
Wow. So
She's
will you all make efforts to see each other and visit with each other throughout her career, her academic career?
she wants me to come up there, so that may end up happening. Because she's come down here a few times already.
You say come up there for a visit, not transfer to NYU.
Oh, they go there for a visit. Oh yeah, no, not just go to the school at the same place. No.
Oh, okay. And so to stay on the track of what's happening in the world, have you been to a protest or have you marched or used social media to express your views about America and the state it is in?
I haven't done anything in person, but I definitely have been using my social media outreach as much as I can, because there's a lot of very, very stupid stuff on the internet about just in general, especially when it comes to people's opinions about, Black Lives Matter and all that on every racial aspect. Everybody has pretty much every opinion. So there's a lot of stupidity and just false stuff. So I've been trying to help people at least see what the truth is, because I feel like I have a pretty good understanding of what we need to do to see change for the most part.
Yeah. So when you come out, I assume you're going to be able to do something in the world of IT, information technology. And do you have any thoughts about pay and what you would think would be a fair salary? And do you see any comparison to how the world sees you as a Black man and say one of your other colleagues as a white man or a white woman? Do you see any difference or any kind of inequity between race, between white and Black?
I don't know, but I do know that my grandma and her father, my mom's mom and her dad were very influential, and it seems they got the jobs that they needed and the influence that they needed. So I think that with that, I'll have the money that I need to be fine.
Excellent. But you don't anticipate any differences in how you are paid or looked at or hired versus someone that is not a Black or a brown person?
I mean, if that happens, or I don't know how I'm gonna act in that specific situation personally, but I mean, if that happens, then I'm gonna just have to prove that my capability is obviously higher than whoever else. But I mean, that's the only I mean, there's other routes to go about it, but that seems like the right way to do it.
Could you describe your temperament, your personality?
My personality,
You are an extrovert, right? You're an extrovert, right?
I'm an extrovert. I mean, I really don't like a lot of people for the most part, but I am an extrovert, I guess. Around people I'm comfortable with. Yeah, I really am an extrovert around people I'm comfortable with. But I mean, I'm probably, yeah, I'm a natural born leader. I can say that probably with confidence. Like, I take lead in groups of whenever there's no leadership, I usually assume that role. That's just kind of like, I have to have a direction and then chase after it. If I don't, I'm gonna find a direction to chase after.
Okay. Well, that's very good. And I think that from what I do know about you, you're a very brilliant young man, and you're very athletic, and I am extremely proud of you and your accomplishments. And I can still continue to say I am in your corner 100%. So if you need your auntie, I'm right here.
Thank you.
You always know you have a home here too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I really don't have any more questions because I think your experience, probably because of your youth, you haven't really had much encounters with things that are as challenging as racism, discrimination, threats to your well-being. So it doesn't make sense to plunge down this road if you don't have any perspective on that. But I may ask you later on to come back and do this with me again when you have a little bit more understanding of this and you have a little bit more experience out in the work world. I'm glad that you have resources that that it won't be as hard for you to make it to the next level. But I want you to be open-minded and prepared for whatever may come your way.
Yes, ma'am. I do definitely have one thing that I feel like this is made very clear, or like it should make very clear to a lot of people, is that we need to use. I definitely didn't understand the full gravity of my voting power before this, but like the fact, like it's kind of simple that a large white population, I would say a very high percentage of them vote every single time they can, versus other racial groups. And we need to use that influence, even if you don't want to use your voice, to cancel out the voice of someone you don't want.
Right.
I feel like Yeah, that's what this has taught me pretty quickly.
If someone died so you could vote.
Yeah.
Some people
People
literally
have.
died so you could go to the polls and vote, regardless of who you vote for.
Yeah.
Yeah. And for Black and brown people, but specifically Black people, this has not been an easy road. I saw a social media post. Someone said my skin color determines my protection. And at first, I was kind of, what did that mean? You know, and when I was talking to my husband about that, he said that the lighter you are, the better off you are. And I thought that was just really an unfair statement, even an unfair uh, analogy, if that's really what it meant.
It's
Because
really stupid.
right, because I mean, what color your skin is only relevant as to how you keep it moisturized. To me, not whether it's one is better than the other. So I was very surprised about that. But I really don't have anything else to ask. Do you have anything you want to share or something you want to tell us that about your view on the world?
No, not really. That was kind of it so far, I guess.
Okay. Well, we will revisit this
Yes, ma'am.
at a later date, and I hope to get to see you before Christmas, Mr. Brown.
I mean, yeah. Maybe hopefully I might come home one time before school starts back up for real.
It would be very nice, but at least I can see your face because I haven't seen it in forever. It feels like I haven't seen you in forever. But you are beautiful as always.
Thank you.
All right, Dawn. I love you and stay safe.
All right, love you too, Auntie Rochelle. I'll see you later.
Goodbye.
Bye.